Boksaanhangers wag al 5 jaar op 'n kragmeting tussen Floyd Mayweather en Manni Pacquiao. En hoewel dit dalk die duurste of die rykste geveg ooit gaan wees, wonder ons of hierdie boksers nie al verby hulle glorierykste dae is nie. Durant, bekende boksafrigter en mentor, hy's baie bekend en wel, ek moet nou net hier sê, hy het al 38 wêreldkampioene afgerig, is hier om sy mening hieroor te lig. Hallo Nick.
Good evening.
Nick, so people are thinking, why only after 5 years? Shouldn't this have happened 5 years ago?
It's taken a long time to make this fight. There's been egos involved. There's been conflict in promoters. There's a thing of drug testing that Floyd insisted on with Manni. Manni refused. And I think the fight's made now because Manni needs that final payday in boxing. You know, both these guys are earning a hell of a lot of money. I worked it out this morning. Floyd will be making 850,000 rand a second in this fight.
850,000
rand a second.
Yes, so.
A minute, 5.5 million rand.
And
At the end of the evening, after the 35 minutes in the ring, 170 million US dollars.
And Manni?
Manni's going to begin about 100 million US. You asked me 5 years. I would have liked to see the fight 5 years ago.
Why?
I think they were both at their peak at the time. I think age has caught up with both of them. 3 fights back, Manni Pacquiao was knocked out severely by Juan Manuel Marquez.
Mexican fighter.
Yes. He was late cold for some time. He's had 2 outings since, won both outings, but wasn't fighting the likes of a Floyd Mayweather in his last 2 outings. Floyd has also slid slightly. In his last outing, he wasn't looking so great. He won the fight.
But he's never been defeated.
No, he carries the O.
Yeah.
And
how long will Floyd carry on if this is going to be his 48th fight?
well, he's got a contract with CBS Showtime to 49-0.
That obviously also says it's all about entertainment, isn't it?
Correct. He's committed to his 49th fight, whether that's after Sunday 47-1, we don't know. But he is committed to another fight after Manni. If he's successful on Sunday morning, he'll be 48-0, which means there's one more fight with CBS Showtime on contract. That means 49-0.
So Nick, sorry to interrupt you, but if Floyd gets defeated on Sunday or Saturday, then you say that he will carry on?
It depends on how he's defeated.
Okay.
You know, there's a thing that we have, a term in boxing called robbery. He might cry foul, say he was robbed against Manni, he wants a rematch. You know, as we've all heard in the past, Floyd dictates the terms. He tells you what weight you're fighting at, he tells you what gloves you're fighting with, he tells you what purse you're earning.
You fought him?
Yes, well, not myself personally, but one of my fighters did fight him, so I can stand here with the honor of saying I shared the ring with the best fighter ever. He calls himself the best ever. I think he's the greatest fighter on the planet at the present moment. He's proved it time and time again. He's a class act.
He's a class act, but he's got quite a reputation of a bad boy. Does that matter?
I haven't found any guys that are pastors in the ring.
Not even Manni?
Priests. No, Manni also had a gambling problem not so long ago.
Yeah.
I think Manni's the nice guy that people believe in this fight. He's a humble human being. But if you go to his country in the Philippines, that's their nature. Floyd was hardcore. In the last couple of years, he's changed that mentality. He's more thankful to the press now. He's thankful to the fans. I think the world is probably 60-40 in favor of Manni winning the fight.
Just because he's the underdog?
Well, you know, Floyd had to serve time in prison for woman abuse, for domestic violence.
Yeah, but let's quickly go, but you are here now, I need to use this time. Tell me about the techniques that both of them are going to use on the weekend.
Well, Floyd's always been the most intelligent fighter around. A counterpuncher, very cute, very clever, Every time Floyd gets in the ring, it's like he's playing a chess game.
So he's quite strategic.
Yeah, Manni is, maybe I could term him as a little bully.
No, they call him the southpaw.
Yeah, he is southpaw. He fights from this
Does that
sort of
mean he's
stance.
left,
Floyd's
but
an
he's-
orthodox fighter. Floyd's never had a problem with a guy that comes to fight. Floyd seems to work these guys out in a couple of rounds. Every Mexican, we can go back 4 fights ago with Floyd against a rising superstar out of Mexico called Canelo Alvarez, the red-haired Mexican, who everybody tipped as the next superstar. Him and Floyd fought in Vegas. It was a massive fight. There were 20,000 people at the weigh-in. The arena was sold out. HBO television pay-per-view took it worldwide. They really expected this young Mexican to be the next superstar. And Floyd won 11 of 12 rounds against him, really took him to school. And in fact, it was a very bad management move from Canelo's people, because Canelo's never been the same since. He's seemed to have been forgotten or lost in the rankings, should I say. So it was damaging to the
Floyd
young
kind
guy.
of finished him,
Yeah, Floyd took him to school
Yeah.
and really exposed him, should I say.
And what will happen to Manni after this fight?
You know, I always say it's not how you lose. It's not losing, it's how you lose the fight. If Manni gets stuck out in 2-3 rounds, if he gets knocked out in 2-3 rounds, he's definitely washing the dishes at home when he gets home.
Really? And do you think he'll go for his 50 mark?
Who, Manni?
Yeah.
Manni's exceeded 50.
Has he?
Yeah, Manni's had in excess of 55 fights.
So when will he stop? Will he stop after this? Wash the dishes?
You know, sweetheart, I've got to be honest with you. Fighters stop when they stop flashing those dollars in front of them. As long as there's a dollar to be made, fighters will continue to fight. You know, there's a world record out there that's been held for many, many years of 49-0. It was held by the great Rocky Marciano, a heavyweight out of New York. And should Floyd be successful on Sunday and his next fight, he'll reach the same record as Marciano. Floyd ain't going to walk away having a record the same as somebody else. Floyd wants to break records. He's broken records already with all-time figures that he's earned in the sport. They're calling this fight to the century.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest fight in the history of world boxing at any given time. It's the most money going to be made by fighters. It's going to be the biggest viewership worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the weigh-in on Friday in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. They've opened the Grand Garden Theatre Arena where the fight's taking place. They've sold 30,000 tickets just for the weigh-in.
Yeah, and apparently it's very, very
It's sold out.
expensive. Nick, I know you're going to watch in Bedford View with 20 of your
20
close...
of my close brothers that ride bikes with me.
Yeah,
the
and you're
Crusaders.
lighting the fires at 3 o'clock in the morning.
We are. You
Great.
know, it's maak het draai vir 'n braai.
Lekker, baie dankie. Vir 'n leek soos ek is dit baie interessant. Dit was aan Nick Durant, bekende afrigter in Suid-Afrika. Manni Pacquiao se afrigter Freddie Roach glo die wêreld is aan Pacquiao se kant en dat Maywheather net 'n boelie is wat op sy plek gesit moet word. Maywheather is natuurlik nie net bekend vir sy vernuf in die kruit nie, soos Nick ook gesê het. Ongelukkig het daar al gerugte van mishandeling van vroue ook opslag gemaak, maar nou ja, hy's 'n baie goeie bokser en ons sien almal baie uit na die naweek.